And would you do the intro?
Yes. Again.
Just short one.
Yes. So welcome to Sacred Body Language Translation Facilitation Demo. And we are here to ignite miracles and see perfection and vote victory. And Robert Tennyson Stevens, who we lovingly call Bob, will be facilitating you in your amazing miracles through reading your body language.
Thank you for doing a great job repeating.
You're welcome.
What make America great again. Did anybody hear that on the thing? It's pretty funny, I think. So, all right. So all of you are already talking. It's hilarious. And so what I'm going to do is share, like, for me to do any real coaching, I require certain things. So in body language, there's nothing hidden. How many are excited now to have the whole world know everything that you don't know? Philip is hell no, I won't go. Hell, anyway, and yet, if we're voting victory, if we're seeing perfection, which I'm asking everyone to do, it's like a requirement. So in other words, the way I do it for me is I make sure I'm voting my own victory. So you find your version. Mine is I am my own permanent victory in the light. I recommend you do that for you or some version. And then whoever is up, I am whoever that is, your permanent victory in the light. I am our permanent victory, and I'm your permanent victory. Next, if someone is up and I'm asking questions and translating them to them, and if anyone is sitting back and kind of holding back or whatever, there is a negative charge that could be delivered to that person, but there's also a tenfold negative charge to the person who's not sending love. It's called a negative time. So I'm going to go, might be a good idea to vote victory, see perfection, yes or no? And if you don't know what that is, love. Just love them. Just send love. Be love. Cool. So the way I discovered this, in keep it in a nutshell, I've been sharing classes my adult life, 52 years. And when I would put on a class, a couple of times I got big, something really big's going on. One time I was sharing a class on, back then it was called iridology. I called it iridology in thought because it was different than what I'd been trained in. It was long before I made the new upgrade into bio-opticalography, which is my version of reading the eyes. And I'm in Denver, Colorado. We're in a theater. There's a big screen, and I have a projector, and the slides up there, and I've got this little light coming down, and I've got my legend of what slide is coming next and what it's going to be about. Even now, it's right now. I'm doing it right now. It's so funny. And that's funny. I'm about ready. I've shown them whatever, but now I have like 5 slides on the esophagus. I haven't clicked it yet. I haven't gone there. No one can see my legend. Nobody knows what's coming up because there's not some type of order. And as I read esophagus, 60 people in the room go, just like I just did. They clear their throat, and I'm going, what was that? Here I'm about ready to show the esophagus. And somehow, I'm sitting there going, what was that? And, I'm 20 some years old. Really like, all right. So next biggie that I got about body language, where I finally figured out like, there's something going on in this thing, is I'm in a classroom. We've got, again, whatever, maybe 60 people, maybe 50. And I'm up on a little riser, and we're set. It's a round room, round building. And we're set in a circle like this. And I'm on this little riser, and a woman back over here in the back row starts talking about the way her mother saw her. And she was going, I just really hated the way my mom saw me. And she touches her left cheek. I wouldn't have known a thing, except about 60% of the people touch their left cheek at the same time. And I went, what is that? So I started realizing from that, I didn't say anything to anybody, but I started taking another class while I was sharing a class on, we are always telling everybody what's up. How many excited that we've always told the truth? How many walked in hoping no one will notice, and they do? Or how many have read out somebody like or not like or happy or whatever, and you couldn't necessarily put it in words? How many have been able to do that? All right, so somebody said, well, how'd you figure all this out? And my first response was, because I chose to. And that's really true. It wasn't flippant. It was, I really choose to know. I'm committed to find I really believe more I'm sponsored in it versus I chose to, but anyway, I still did choose to. But I like to know what's going on, what's happening, what's the cause of it, the source of it, and what does it turn into? That's like the cause. And so like our greatest weakness should be our greatest strength. So I'm completing my book right now. In fact, I just completed the final third level of all those columns. Heather knows what that's talking about. I just got done like 15 minutes from that portion of it. It's a big thing, and it's all about, I call it the word becomes flesh. So that's scripture. And I believe that anything that's in our fleshly kingdom has thought, the trinity of language of thought, word, and feeling hooked up in it. So I've been doing this for years, where similar to what we're doing now, but there used to be phone through some conference call, and then now that Zoom, we can do it. And I love it that people are scratching their head, and it's so cute. I mean, I see all that, especially with everybody right here. You know, people going, and normally we would just, oh yeah, got a little itch, got a little that, and a little dip, except that it means something. And not wrong. It doesn't mean anything wrong. I'm excited now. No one person. Thank you, Diane. 2.5, 3, do I have 4, 4.5, 5? Oh, look at that little baby. Not little baby, big boy. Hey, who that weird guy? All right, so anyway, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take some, we had 45 sign up to come online. We've got 18 now, so that's a little more doable. And the last one of these we did, we had 600 and some people watch it so far. So, and it wasn't body language. It's the first time I've done a demo, I believe, like this, Facebook Live Zoom type thing. So my request is we really stay present and vote victory, and enshroud someone, encompass them in love and purity and spiritual protection, whatever way you do it, so that nothing but love can touch them. So I'm going to make an agreement to be that today. If so, please say yes. If not, see you later. Wouldn't want to be it. Just kidding. All right. So next, that's a joke. So next, please understand that anything that we suppress, how many have ever suppressed something? I love the hands. Maybe. All right. So how many didn't like somebody? How many wished, oh my God. How many have had internal dialogue? Yes. How many have had resentment that you tried not to show? Like, it didn't bother me. I'm going to get, the body will always tell the truth. So if there's a symptom, and what I'm going to do is translate body signals, not names of diseases. Clear? So you don't get to give a name of a disease. I remember Greg Braden and Dr. Bruce Lipton and I put on some classes. I was invited in for 7 of them. About the first one I did, second one I did, was in somewhere in California. And I shared with about 350 people. I'm the new kid on the block for that group. And I shared, all right, everyone, whoever comes up, no names of diseases. You come up and you just tell me the body signal, the body symptom only, no name of disease. So an older gentleman comes up, probably more my age now, but maybe even a little bit older, maybe more like 80. I'm 71. So he comes up and he gets at the mic. And so he's standing on a stand-up mic, and I'm standing up on a stage, a riser, 3 foot tall. And he comes up to the mic and he says his name, and he goes, I said, so, all right, so what's your signal? And he says, I have prostate cancer. I said, no. And he said, all right. When I said no name, I said, well, let's start over. He goes, all right, I can't pee, which I thought was just an elegant way of helping me understand what was up. So I had everyone vote victory. And again, 350 people, you can imagine there's a huge charge in a good way. And so I talked to him about creating and challenges and expressing his creativity. And he didn't get any words out in the beginning, just the question elicited an upgrading activity. And his whole body, standing there, slender man, his whole body started to shake like faster than I can show you even with my hands. It had like a sine wave going through him. And the microphone was actually starting to bounce. It was on a tripod. It was ding, 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 ding. And I had a face mic on. And even in the recording, he was shaking the riser so much that you could hear my face mic going. That's how powerful the question is to relieve and open up and move this suppressed or stored pattern, which is, we're going to play with that today. So, and long story short, he went through it. It was awesome. I shared it with a few more people as my demonstration. Next morning, I came in, and 8 gentlemen about this man's age group came in one at a time, found me, and said, "Hey, I got to talk to you." And they each one said they bawled like a baby all night long, almost identically the same words, which means as they're voting victory, it's been said, I believe it's true, we keep 60% of what we send out. And then if you read Deuteronomy, not religion, just law book, that's a 10, we're voting victory. So through us, through that person, we're tithing into universal supply. And when we do that, it's a 10-fold return. So as they're voting victory for that person, they're keeping 60% of the blessing they're giving, and they immediately get a 10-fold return. So that's their all night long. They're moving up scale. They weren't on stage, or were they? I'm going to get that. There's only one of us here. So do you understand that this is, I believe, the way to move up scale? I believe just every one of us who are willing to be our brothers and sisters keepers, and who are willing to see through the illusion with exacting specificity into the strength waiting to be agreed to. I'm going to say it again, to literally see through ourselves, look in the mirror, see through whatever you see into the strength within waiting to be agreed to. So that's what this is about. I mean, like the idea of, oh, okay. And to not believe, which means be alive in my system, not believe in limitation, to simply notice that limitation is asking for something. Repeating patterns in life are simply asking for an upgrade. And by body language, we can get ultra exact, exactly what the issue is to put on the altar to upgrade. I mean, like the idea that you no longer have to, and even the word disease is a man-made word. It's a non-real word. It means dis or unease. I'm going to the doctor today for some unease. That's what we ought to be saying. And how many realize no matter what the modality, and this is not modality specific, whatever brings ease is what brings health, no matter what the modality. How many get ease is the enchilada and chips and salsa? Yes? And how many of you have been dealing with some little issue and trying to get rid of it and trying to get rid of it and trying to get away from it and trying to suppress it, and it comes back like 7 worse than the first? How many have ever done that? How many have just tried to gnome that puppy out? You know, get back, Jack, don't talk back. Yes? How are you feeling? Not so bad. I don't have as much stress. I don't have, not so much. I am not feeling. So this is about what is the signal asking for? So our greatest weakness, this is scripture, not religion, a law book, quantum physics is the best book on quantum physics. Our greatest weakness shall be our greatest strength. Our greatest weakness, it says scripturally, it's real. I mean, I didn't know it. Now I know it. Your greatest weakness shall be your greatest strength. How many have been running from some weakness? Like full on. How many are even going, I'm not going to tell anyone I'm running from a weakness? How are you doing? Fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Like frogs here or sandpaper grit. Hello. Yes. How many have gotten really good at not being honest? How many have ever done that once or twice? All right. Well, we have a 12-step program for you. Just kidding. So this is about not being right or wrong, not making any signal we give right or wrong. We're going to touch it. We're going to translate it into thought, word, and feeling patterns, or the trinity of language, thought, word, feeling, 3-dimensional reality, and then offer some shifts until that person walks forward. And usually the symptom or signal, I like that better than symptom, the signal dissolves into comfort, ease, whatever it may be. And having done this for years and years and years over the phone, people, you know, I ask everybody when they do it, please pick something that's current and acute instead of chronic, like 30, 40 years worth. Because a 40-year-old standing wave is a little bit more potentially entrenched than a 6-month pattern. How many can relate to that? How long have you had this? 45 lifetimes. Well, okay then, let's work on it. All right. And it still works. I mean, we all have different awarenesses. But what I'm asking you to do, no names of disease. How many excited now? No name of a disease. No disease names. Yes. And you're just going to name where and what you feel. And I'll ask you, I'll peel it out by what, do, what, not. I have a way to ask it. You can learn all this. And then we're voting victory. How many get that while you're sitting there and somebody else is going and your body's going, oh my God, vote your victory while you're voting their victory, because it happens. And frequently one person who has this pattern that's talked about, anyone else that has one like it usually starts moving up scale with them. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get it. Come on. And that's why I say I'll do this generically. I'll talk about the region of the body, then who's got an issue, I'll pick somebody, and then we'll walk up scale. So a symptom, when we address or focus on the symptom or signal in the body without addressing the cause or causation, frequently just the symptom alone is not enough to change the pattern. It only treats. So healthcare has not been healthcare, really, most of it. It's been disease care. What this is about is literally caring for our health, bringing love to situations. How many like the idea? How many like that there's nothing that's going to be hidden anymore? How many like that everyone will know what's going on with you? Usually not as many people. Christina did a perfect, because how many like to go, I'm fine, how are you? I'm fine. But we're always going, and there's more. So not just the static state. The static state is like I have pain in my hip or whatever, can't so clear, but do you get, or my knee hurts or whatever? That's static, not moving, static, stationary. When we ask a question, and this is where it's so helpful to have a coach. That's why we're in the middle of building 1,000 places where you can go and people that can translate this stuff for you. So disease, the illusion of disease can be over no matter what the modality. Whatever modality, also add in, and what does this turn into? Be able to translate it and upgrade it. So I'm going to get, all right, this could, if it's true, I recommend you demand truth and only truth come forward. You know, discover the truth and hold fast to that which is good. Prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. And then I'm inviting you, vote victory and see perfection, and feel how you feel, whatever's going on you, and love it while you're moving up scale. That tends to happen. How many have been in a class with me and I'm working with somebody else, and how many have had your own stuff moving as it happened? And was it like out of the blue, like, what's going on? I'm feeling all warm or hot or itchy or scratchy, or someone has released fleas into my home or something like that. And I mean, I've had people come up in class, live classes, physical classes, and they, a number of times they walk up very, Bob, do you actually release fleas into the room? And I'm going, no. Why? Because I got itchy over. And that person's coming online, they're starting to feel. I'm excited now. Even now, we're free period, dig and scratch, get them done. Gotta get them done, scratch them up. All right. And how many had some, how many did some scratch? We have a video on, remember? So we're gonna go back over and we're gonna translate on, no, we're not gonna do that. All right. So now, how many of you make an agreement to play 125%? Raise your hand if you do. How many of you make an agreement? I love that. How many make an agreement to see perfection in yourself and anyone else that's up? Raise your hand if you do, please do. And how many make an agreement to vote some version of voting their victory and yours? Okay, that's what's required. So the way I'm going to do this, I'll start with a topic in the body. I'm going to see how many people have it. And then one of you will come on and I'm going to do that person. Then I'll pick another topic. That way it can be generic, and anybody watching that might have a similar thing can begin to get some of the unfolding, unraveling, and the way it works for their benefit instead of just one person with an issue. So anyone here have anything going on with back, spine? All right, so who is ever first, mic yourself and wave at me. Mic yourself and wave at me.
I saw Evan first.
Okay, Evan was first, but you have to mic yourself, dude. That's that little button. There you go. Evan's first. Okay, and you watch and see who it is, because I let everybody self-select. So Evan, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I are good. My English not so good, but I are good. All right. So tell me now, everyone, your vote victory, yes? See perfection. And where in your back, whatever, tell me what's going on with your back.
I've got pain in my lower back, just above my pelvis, and also in my neck. I don't know if that's part.
Oh yeah, it's all good. We can use it all. So, and by the way, it's as above, so below. So low back, neck, that kind of fits, if you know what I mean. So right or left side?
Primarily left, I guess, if you had to go.
I love when people go, and they're going to visual cortex to find primarily left. So tell me about feeling fully supported by a female figure.
Have I felt that? Not especially in my life, I guess. Is it good to describe it?
And is it time for you to give yourself permission to be fully supported from the feminine side of life?
I have been told that, yes.
No. No past tense, I have been told. No turds in the punch bowl. No. Flush that puppy out of there. So again, and do you all see why we might have patterns? He goes, I have been told that. No direct answer, just an avoidance, a little sarcastic, plain. No, me too. Sarcasm comes from the root word sark, not wrong, which means the tearing of flesh. So if we've got a pattern, remember, we might have had 50 to 1,000 signals to change something, but if it finally shows up as a signal in the body, that's because we didn't want to listen. So do you give yourself, Evan, how do you feel about not feeling fully supported?
Disappointed in myself.
With permission. And let me show you how it works. And I'm voting your victory. I'm just showing you.
Sure.
What you did is you looked up and to the right, which is right side in NLP is visual, construct, visual. So you can't feel when you're looking up and to the right.
Okay.
You know, and with permission again, now say yes.
Yes.
Now say okay.
Okay.
Now say yes.
Yes.
Now say Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Because okay means Oklahoma. So I'm going to make sure you have yay, or nay, nay. Let your yay be yay, let your nay be nay, or yes or no. So let's come back. Now, again, do you give yourself permission to know your truth?
Yes.
Good job. Now, with permission, how many can hear? Yes. He's nervous. Yes or no, Evan?
Yes.
Yeah, vote his victory. That's all it means. How many of you are going, man, am I glad he's going first? Holy crap. He raised his hand. He got called on. How many of you are going, not me, not ever. Okay, so vote his victory. And the way you do that is you come in and you vote it in you. Every one of you get even more secure, and he'll feel it wherever he's sitting right now. So what's happening in your body right now? What are you noticing?
I just noticed my heartbeat.
Is doing what?
It's prominent.
Got it. Well, everyone say it's prominent. It's prominent. Now that's language code for right now. It is unconsciousness, apathy, grief, sad. Heart, love. So have you had sadness about not feeling fully supported in love from the feminine side of life?
Yes.
That's the code of language combined with what we're doing. So the pain is to help you either forgive, move forward. And you said, tell me again, like relative to your belt line, is it above or below?
Below.
So this is going to be about moving forward. So is it time to move forward in love?
Yes.
And now again, did you hear the short little, yes, oh my God, no, yes. How many can hear the yet? Not wrong. And we're voting your victory. This takes courage to do, yes or no, Evan?
Yes. Even
now. So is your yes a full yes or a guarded yes?
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. Is it a, thank you for your humor. Is it a full yes or a guarded yes?
Guarded yes.
All right. So what, no judgment now. This is just so you can get in touch. What in you is guarding?
Brain. I would say my brain.
What emotion? What are you guarding?
What am I guarding?
I asked you first.
Fear.
Of, good job, man. Good job. Fear
of being hurt, I think is probably.
Yeah, perfect. Everyone. So do you get the hip where it is? I'm going to say below the belt, which is about moving. Waist and below is about moving. The waist up to the neck is about doing, and head is thinking, knowing, or remembering. This is doing. Hips below and below are moving. So this is about moving forward in being fully supported. And first, you're going to have to forgive being hurt. Yes or no?
Yes.
So, and no names of people. How's that?
Okay.
So I forgive. How many people do you have to forgive? How many female figures do you have to forgive?
Probably one.
I love that. Probably one. Babble is the conscious language of you, the babble or pure speech or conscious language. Oh, he even said it. Probably. Yes. So one or more.
One.
Good. So I forgive this one person, person X.
I forgive this one person.
Yeah, person X for what?
For what's, I didn't hear the end of it. Sorry.
Right. I know the thought form goes shut up.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. This is all normal, brother. This is really good. So I forgive. This is a female, yes?
Yes.
I forgive her.
I forgive her.
For what?
For not being there emotionally.
Got it. And therefore not feeling supported. Now say I empower myself.
I empower myself.
To feel fully supported.
To feel fully supported.
In all my relationships.
In all my relationships.
What's happening in your body?
I don't know.
Who would know? Who could we call?
Well, I would know.
Okay, what's your number?
Because I don't feel it at the moment.
Now say I don't feel it.
I don't feel it.
Say it again.
I don't feel it.
So your body, your spirit in you is kicking your ass, yes or no, and go, ow, ooh, ow, and your neck, I don't want to know, I don't want to know, I don't want to know what to do. I don't want to know, I don't want to know, I don't want to know what to do. Got it? So I don't know, and your body's going, I know. If you're not going to do this, I'm going to turn up the heat. I'm going to make sure you feel some heat. I'm going to make sure you get some pain. And how many go, if you just listen and respond, is it time for you to choose love?
Yes.
And what's happening? How's your heart doing right now? What's your heart doing?
It's better. Better than before. Okay, less prominent.
Good. Well, yeah, easier. How's that?
Yes, more relaxed. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, awesome, man. And you're moving forward now. So if you had fear of being hurt, what would happen if you continued on in love relationships?
You walk on eggshells.
I walk on eggshells?
I would walk. Using the conditional, I would walk on eggshells if I was afraid of being hurt in the future.
So now I forgive hurt.
I forgive hurt.
I forgive her for hurting me.
I forgive her for hurting me.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah, I forgive for no reason.
I forgive for no reason.
Yeah, because nobody can deserve forgiveness. It's like sunlight. You just gotta get in it. And now say love is forgiving.
Love is forgiving.
And giving.
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 And so now it's time for you to get back into giving and receiving love. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, how many saw his head going yes before? So his body is going, yeah, we've been making progress. Yes or no?
I didn't see it. But
I know. Well, yes. No, your body. Can you in your body? Do you get your heart has been asking you to what? Forgive and move forward.
Yes. So
is it time for you to move forward in love?
Yes.
And you just choose to be fully supported from here on. Said, I choose to be fully supported.
I choose to be fully supported.
In love.
In love.
From this moment forward.
From this moment forward.
And I forgive everything else.
And I forgive everything else.
And how is this? Is this target on? Is it right on?
Yes.
And how long have you been holding back and avoiding hurt?
Well, I'm 28, so 28 years.
You've been holding back that long? I mean, I believe you.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I mean.
Yeah, I got it. So do y'all get, this is an acute state, 28 years, that's the joke, dude. So when you pull the bow back, got it? If I put that like a little kid's bow, if I pull it back and let it go, not very accurate. When you got 28 years of pulling that compound bow back, when you let it go, wham, our greatest weakness should be our greatest strength. So one of your missions in life and one of your blessings in life is you're here to be fully, completely supported in love. For you have to start with yourself. Yes or no?
Yes.
So I recommit to support myself fully.
I recommit to support myself fully.
Say it. And wake your body up with it. Say it again.
Hold on. Let me wake it up.
I love it. How many love that? Now the body shift, he couldn't stay in that state. He had to shift his body. How many of you are voting his victory right now? There you go. You got a whole team.
I forgot the words.
I know. What's my name and who's your daddy? That's usually what I say. It's like, what's my name? I don't know. All right. So I'm just say I move forward in love.
I move forward in love.
I fully support myself
I fully support myself
in being fully supported.
in being fully supported.
Now, kind of mean that. Say it again, but mean it. I fully
forgot the
support
word.
myself. I love it. Dude. It's a guy thing. My wife, when she was on the planet, when I got that way, she would say, honey, don't act stupid. And it was like I got beyond my known reality. I wasn't acting stupid. I was gone. I'm in a place I've never been before. So I'm with you. So in other words, you're unfolding something. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So your pain that goes unconsciousness, apathy, grief, fear, anger, pain, enthusiasm. So pain in the low back means a call to give yourself permission to be fully supported. Left side, female side, creative side, feminine side. So how do you feel now that you're fully supported with the feminine side of life?
I love it.
Say it again.
I love it.
It.
This.
I love it.
I love being fully supported by the female side of life.
Yeah, say it again.
I love feeling fully supported by the female side of life.
How many heard it? First one, side of life, up. And then the second one, did you feel, Evan, you dropped in, which means it landed.
Yeah.
Yes, awesome. Anything else? Neck, by the way, is I know what to do. Say it, I know what to do.
I know what to do
to be fully supported.
To be fully supported.
And so what do you get to do to be fully supported?
I don't know. Somewhere.
What's your name for your creator?
I don't know. God.
All right, so just say God in me knows.
God in me knows.
No, make it a fact. God in me knows.
God in me knows.
Say it again.
God in me knows.
So what is it? What do you know to get to do to be fully supported?
To love.
I love. Everyone say to love. Just say it for you. To love. That's the glitch. Now say I love.
I love.
And I'm magnetic to love.
I'm magnetic to love.
And see, I love means I broadcast love and I am two-way street. I am love. And that's what this is all about. This is this is the glitch fixed. Say it again. I love.
I love.
Make it a fact.
I love.
No, like fact.
I don't know what you mean.
How about I choose to know what you mean?
I choose to know what you mean.
Yeah, so you have to mean it. Say, I love.
I love.
Say it again.
I love.
And are you going to love a little or a whole bunch?
A shit ton.
Yeah. Well, except that normally I would let that slide, but then somebody's going to back up, and dump it. No, that's not a good idea. So a massive amount, because remember, if you didn't get it, 28 years, the amount that comes in, you're going to have to get really good at loving and being loved. So you might just start with that. That's the purpose. Our greatest weakness shall be our greatest strength. It also says, let the weak man say, I am strong. So now that you know low back is about support, feminine side, supporting yourself, giving yourself permission to be supported, and neck is about knowing what to do and doing it. Now, okay, I move forward in love, and then just build a whole new world around that. And if your body ever talks to you there, jump back in, bigger, make it bigger. Not enough to get by. This is a whole bunch. Cool?
Cool.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, comments before I go to the next one. How many of you had movement for yourself? Jump in, mic yourself. I'll just listen. I won't coach you if you choose. Jump in. Come on. That's what we're doing here.
I have numbness all the way around my nose and my mouth.
And what does that mean?
I choose to know.
I immediately thought of anesthesia. Did you ever have dental work done where they put gas in?
Yes.
I'm going to get that. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Cool. So just love it. That's all I can say. And then nose and mouth, inspiration, expression. Inspiration. This is the pie hole. This is the inspiration holes. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So is it time for you to awaken inspiration and expression? And make sure you have a yes in there, honey. You don't get to drop off while I'm interacting with you. Stay on.
Yes.
Right. Yes. And how do you feel now that you're fully supported in your inspired life and in your expression?
I feel loved.
Say it again.
I feel loved.
Beautiful. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Anyone else? Charles.
I'm having huge yawns.
You,
3 of them.
Well, so what does that mean?
It means that I'm letting go and taking in
Cool. Oh, taking in what?
energy,
Oh,
taking
okay.
in my love, taking in God's love,
And being fully supported by what?
and being fully supported by God
Good.
and everyone here.
Good. Awesome. 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 And what's that like in the feminine side of life for you?
Non-existent.
So that's what he's waking up to. He was trying to, oh God. And this, how do you feel now that you have full, complete support from the feminine side of life?
Different.
Different.
When you brought that up to my consciousness, my mind's going. Blah, 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 and,
How was it again? Do it again. One more
settling
time.
in.
Do it again. What was your mind doing?
One
One more time. One more time. I always loved it. I usually do it in 3. That way you're playing 125%. Does your heart, do you desire? Is it time to reoxygenate and wake up and drop conflict, lower jaws feeling, upper jaws thinking, drop the conflict, and finally let yourself have feminine partnership?
Yes.
Good. And you were going to talk about God and the people in the room and all that stuff. So what were you waking up to? What are you waking up to?
Feminine
Who's?
partnership.
Who's?
My feminine partnership.
Got it. And so the next session, we have the Master System dating service for other awakening. Just kidding. But it's probably a great idea, if you know what I mean. So people can yawn together and go, oh, we're itching in the same way. We must be connected. Look at that. Awesome. So Charles, everyone vote his victory. How many get? Because how many have yawned or put in place what's doable, reasonable, and possible instead of follow it until we wake all the way up? Cool. I just say I love having my partner.
I love having my partner.
Say it again.
I love having my partner.
Say it again.
I love having my partner now.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Beautiful. Ding, ring, ring, ring. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Who's next? What happened for you? And then we'll do another one. Anyone? 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 Mike, yourself? Michelle, go ahead. I know. Where's the button? How's that work? There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I can't quit itching. It's like
So
it's
and where
everywhere.
all right, got it. So this is normal, kids. So when we start, it's just no. I mean, I'm making up words and how this works. I'm better at a reporter. I know she's itching because that tends to happen. But are you giving yourself permission to feel now, Michelle?
I would say yes because I'm also getting antsy.
Well, antsy, but I like it. I would say yes if I was going to answer you. So that's very similar.
I gotta play it safe.
So, yeah, but playing it safe. He or she who seeks to save their life, lose it. And he or she who give their life, have it forever. So if we're holding back at all, we're losing our life. Scripture, not religion. I'm not playing religion game at all. I'm just talking about this law book. It says, if you're either for me or against me is what the book says. Got it? So you're either all in or you're not in at all. Man, when I read that over and over and over again, it's like, guys, there's no like middle ground. So notice as I'm working with somebody about feeling and you're listening and voting victory, how and again, how did you like itching all over?
No.
So what did you feel when you were itching all over?
Nervousness.
So fear was coming out.
Oh yeah.
And so nervous is fear. Fear of what? Feeling what?
Actually feeling anything. I would rather stay numb.
Got it. And numb a good idea?
Is it a good idea? No.
No. So your body, the signal in your body, your spirit in you is saying it's what? Time to what?
To move on.
How about to feel?
That would be a good choice too.
That would be if I were here and answering your question. Honey, will you marry me? I would. I'm going to get that. Like, honey, will you marry me? Maybe. Honey, will you marry me? Yes or no? Probably, just to quote Evan on that last one. So again, I give myself permission to feel secure in what I feel.
Whew.
Voter victory, kids. These are all big.
So I give myself permission to feel secure in what I feel.
Say it again. You did good. Say it again.
I give myself permission to feel secure in what I feel.
Say it again.
I give myself permission to feel secure in what I feel. Those are a lot of words.
Say it again.
I give myself permission to feel secure in how I feel.
Yeah, and everything I feel. So everyone, the reversal isn't just, I'm afraid, so I'm going to go face my fears. How about I transform my fears with love into my courage? Fear, when it comes up, is actually courage and faith and security and assuredness and confidence and trust coming back online. So if I love my fear, it speeds me up to my courage. And your skin was responding. You're starting to turn on your sensory capability in the membrane or skin of your world, and you might as well make it, I'm secure in everything I feel. I attract only secure experiences. How many realize you can author your life from this moment forward, everyone? Like for Evan, I'm fully supported in all my love. And I fully support myself. Get back on in the I would if I were here, probably, maybe, kind of, no, who would know, don't know. I choose to feel secure. And then coming online. And what's happening in your body now, Michelle?
I got some tingling going on and
Good.
some like heat.
Yeah, no, the
Like-
heat is your spiritual life force, pineal, hypothalamus, pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus, etc. Starting your endocrine system, your divine electronics starting to turn on. Your enthusiasm's coming back on, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honey, will you marry me? Yeah. Would you be satisfied with that answer?
No.
So how many of you, whatever, what's up, doc? Yeah. This is I can. Do it again. That left nostril is I can, right one is I will. This is spleen liver. And did you do that 3 times? Or would you go 1, 2, 3?
I think I did it 3, either 2 or 3. I don't remember.
Right, so let's say it's 3. 3 again would have been I restore my joy. I can have my joy in feeling secure in my world, or something like that. Yes or no? See,
Yes.
our little self going, not going to do it, not going to do it, don't want to do it, never going to do it again. No way, that was too much pain, that was too hard, I will never. Our spirit's going to go, yeah, right. You're here, you're not here to hold back. You're here to shine like the noon freaking day sun. So that's why, or it turns into some booga booga, but that booga booga is still exactly the same thing. So if we're treating a symptom and not the cause, we're missing the point. So no matter what the modality, how many like also adding in, I'm secure in what I feel. I'm fully supported everywhere I go. I attract loving female energy that awesomely loves to support me. I support myself. Or I ignite secure feelings everywhere I go, which is Michelle's mission in life by what she just described. Yes or no, Michelle?
Yes.
Our greatest weakness shall be our greatest strength. And once we know that, we can get on about it. How are you feeling now?
A little at peace, but then kind of scared because I don't know what's
I
coming.
love that. A little at peace in my butt. A little at peace.
My lower back has like gotten really hot.
So again, there you go. I support myself. Say it. Thank
I
you.
support myself.
All rolling. This is what it's about. I support myself.
I support myself.
Now, how many saw this? It might have been a hair, but I'm only giving you small pieces. But this is, I wipe away a cheek. If your cheek was involved, I clear the way others have seen me. And this is expression. This is expression lines. I got sun coming in, so I was like, oh, I can see my own face. So how about I express in a new way with the male side of life?
So it's a male.
Well, and that one is, it's right side is outgoing, rational, doing, masculine, doesn't have to be a man, masculine delivery. Left side inflow, right side outflow. So this is about who you are in the world. Have you been holding back who you are in the world?
Totally.
Totally, man. Totally. Like totally. So
Oh,
now,
yeah.
So the heat's coming online to begin to shine in what you do or express. Yes or no?
Yes.
Good. Now, how many are hearing? I'm finding a person's mission in life by the contraction. The contraction reveals this way, follow it back out and see where it goes. I mean, for me, I used to be phobic to speak in public, not afraid, phobic. Not just whatever, phobic. Well, I didn't come to speak in public. I don't believe in public. I believe in that we're all one. So I speak out loud into me until I get it and my world gets it. So Michelle, how do you feel, a future patient? How do you feel now that the world is secure for you and everything you feel?
Excited.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yes.
Now say I'm secure in my thrill.
I am secure in my thrill.
I fully support myself.
I fully support myself.
Say it again.
I fully support myself.
Yeah. And now I'm going to ask Evan for a minute. Can you come back on, Evan? Because I'm going to see if he caught it yet.
Absolutely.
Evan, was she full in or was she kind of making it short little? I fully support myself. Was she a little tight in there?
It was more the latter.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. All right. So now do you get, not wrong, there's still fear in there. Yes or no, Michelle?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Notice there's no hold back on that. So now how about you choose to feel. Now watch. Do that again. Bring your left thumb up.
I just scratched my nose
I
again.
know. So I receive direction and I can and I will. The nose knows. Again, left side I can, right side I will. Was it right in the center?
It was right in the center.
Now say I can and I will.
I can and I will.
What?
Support myself.
Yep. Say it again.
I can and I will support myself.
Awesome. And look, Evan was the first one to go. And now look at, you're already, first you had ants. Yes or no? And you had creepy skin and low back and all kinds of stuff. And how many know that every movement is clearing away something or remembering or touching a biocomputer, getting us forward. That's where every movement counts. Cool. How you doing, Michelle?
Good.
Good.
Amazed.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's vote her victory, everybody.
Thank y'all.
This is just one. This is
Scratch
the
that
Evan
itch.
dance. Anyone else? What's your experience so far? Go ahead, Diane.
Whoa, I'm sorry I turned the camera off, but I had to really, the heat was really, I was,
Now say whoa.
whoa,
Now say giddy up.
giddy up.
So instead of whoa, Nelly, how about giddy up? I recommit. I play 125.
I
And
recommit.
now say the heat.
My heat was overwhelming.
Cancel. My heat was what?
My heat is
There you go. Is what?
overwhelming.
No, not overwhelming. I
Well,
restore my enthusiasm.
say that again?
Are you talking to me? I restore my enthusiasm.
I restore my enthusiasm.
I am the sacred love of the sacred fire.
I have to write this down. I am the sacred love of the sacred fire.
Yeah, because that heat, our endocrine system starts cooking.
Ugh.
I'm excited now. You might as well just enjoy it. I love everyone. Try this. This is how it works. This is how we renegotiate back into our body is what I found. I love. Say it, Diane. I love.
I love.
I touch.
I touch.
I breathe.
I breathe.
I stay.
I stay.
I stay.
I stay.
I stay.
I stay.
I feel.
I feel.
And those 5 aspects bring us back into our body. Cool. So what was overwhelming? Vote Victor, everybody. What was overwhelming?
Feeling.
Feeling? Say it a little louder, dear.
My feeling.
Yeah. How many get? How many have denied feeling? And feeling is powerful. Like thought, word, and feeling is manifestation. So if I have thoughts or words without feeling, I'm empty. So how many, everyone just come in. I touch and I stay. I love what I feel what I love. And remember, if we've had hurt or pain, hurt is resistance to pain. Hurt is optional. Pain exists. If we love our pain, it turns into enthusiasm. It goes unconsciousness, apathy, grief, fear, anger, pain, enthusiasm. Any of those that we resist, we go back down scale. So for Evan, when he felt hurt, let's say about something in relationship, female side, whatever, that hurt is it's like he's going to have to go back through it again. How many like the idea of just, I feel everything with love? You know, yo pain, I love you. Yo sadness, I love you. Yo heat, I love you. And I love it. I touch, I breathe, I stay, I feel. And we begin to blossom. where our full spirit, we become a sun presence versus a little contracted prune. I mean, love it. I mean, that's the whole idea. And so all these little symptoms that are downscale, they're not causes. Cause is always something less than love. So when we love everything, when we touch everything with love, like touch it with love, not love it like, oh, I love anger. I touch anger with love and it blossoms courage. I touch, or excuse me, when I love anger, I touch anger with love, it blossoms my authority, authorship, action, movement. When I touch fear with love, it turns into faith, trust, courage, assuredness, confidence, security. When I touch sad with love, it turns into my joy, how much I love. When I touch apathy, I turn into caring, and I choose to make it easy. When I touch unconsciousness or numbness, I start to feel. And when I touch pain with love, it turns into enthusiasm. I activate my intuition on how I created it. And this is the scale of emotional harmonics. And I'm going to get, man, nobody taught me any of this. In essence, it might have been in me innately and in any of us innately, but how many love the idea of being able to go, wah-yah, instead of, oh, now I got pain in my left buttock or my right elbow, or I've got ants running around on my skin, or we shall be overwhelmed. I'm going to get that. So Diane's coming online, and her statement to her spirit was, no way, Jose, I am overwhelmed. I've got to fan the flame. I've got to run away. I've got to turn the camera off. I can't, I don't, I won't, I can't, I can't. How about I can and I am, and I will and I choose, and I have, I love, I create, I enjoy. Well, yeah. And then we begin to move forward, even though it's a little sweaty.
It just wasn't real pretty. And that's why.
By the way, hold on. One thing about transformation is like giving birth. How many know you have your makeup on and your lipstick and your eyes done? And no, when you're giving birth, breathe, get over here, overhead. How many have ever been in a birth? It's very pretty. It's the most glorious thing ever, but it has nothing to do with little human whatever. It has to do with a God moving through that beloved mother so this spirit can come on out. I'm going to get that. So we're birthing ourselves this time. When a child's being born, Mother Nature's handling most of that. Just breathe. When we're spiritually being born, we're involved. How many? I breathe, I love, I touch, I feel, I choose to make this fun and easy. I recommit to being fully supported. I recommit to loving what I feel. I mean, you're going to have to be in the game 125%. I'm going to get that. You are your own midwife, your own doula. Yes?
Yes.
I doula myself. Cool. So how do you feel now that you're cooling off, Diane?
Much better.
Well, how about I feel glorious beyond measure instead of better? Because worser is what you used to feel. Now I feel better, and you're back to worser and better.
I feel glorious beyond measure.
Here's what you said. Look at me. I feel glorious. Hell no. So you're also going to take the head movement. So I feel glorious. How about I choose to feel glorious?
I choose to feel glorious.
And I love all that moves through my body.
And I love all that moves through my body.
And then do you get the heat is just resistance?
Oh,
if there's two wires that are coming together and they're not fully connected, they're going to get really hot. But if you connect them like that, like bolt them in, they just pass the current, no heat. A lack of connection produces heat. That's resistance.
That makes
sense.
Love.
Is this how, well, anyway, thank you. Vote her victory, yes or no? Everyone that's shared so far, we have the fully supported on with us today, the internationally known Evan. We've got the ant woman with us, Michelle. And then we've got the formerly underwhelmed, now Diane. Do you get, this is helpful, yes or no? All right, we're gonna I'll do one more, just comment. How many noticed that you're already telling them? Yes, Lisa.
So this whole time, right here in my jaw has just been tightening.
All right, so I'll build that for you. Lower jaw, everybody touch your lower jaw. Lower jaw is feeling. Upper jaw is thinking. Like this would be conscious mind, this would be subconscious. So mom and dad, Lisa, did they get along?
No.
So why do I know that? It's not always this way, but a lot of the time it is. And so did you enjoy whenever they were, it's not about them, no judgment to them. Did you enjoy their conflict?
No.
No. And so did you talk yourself out of something because of their conflict?
Lots of things.
I mean, yes,
My
correct.
whole childhood.
Yeah, there, I got it. So so now that people are talking about feeling and support and whatever else, do you get the old memory of battling feeling and thought? So which one of your parents wore the pants in the family?
My parents were divorced, but my mom.
Okay, got it. And do you get divorced? So now what's happening is the double helix in your body potentially is starting to find harmony. You're remarrying your mom and dad inside of you. You're reconceiving yourself to love, yes or no?
No,
How about I choose to?
I choose to.
I like that. Hell no. I choose to, maybe not. So how about I forgive my mom
I forgive my mom.
and I forgive my dad?
I forgive my dad
Notice that was a little more delay for no reason.
for no reason.
I just forgive them because I forgive them.
I just forgive them because I forgive them.
And I reignite my mother's love.
And I reunite my mother's love.
And I reignite my father's love.
And I reunite my father's love
In my own DNA.
in my own DNA.
And I love myself through my mother and father.
I love myself through my mother and father.
And can you hear my mother and father? Not quite going in yet. Not wrong.
Yeah.
Honey, not wrong at all. So
I didn't have a good relationship with my dad.
You what?
I didn't have a good relationship with my
And
father.
so your dad makes up half of your DNA, your double helix. So how about starting now? I receive all my father's divine love.
I receive all of my father's divine love.
Independent of his personality. So that TMJ is, have your thoughts and feelings been at war for you?
Yeah, long time.
All right, so now they're starting to, you notice they're coming together. So I
Mhm.
forgive my thoughts.
I forgive my thoughts.
I forgive my feelings.
I forgive my feelings.
And I harmonize my thoughts and feelings.
And I harmonize my thoughts and feelings.
And the have you had tight TMJ, temporomandibular joint before?
Yes.
All right, so now you know whenever that sense goes on is I love what I feel and I love what I think. And I love my father's love and I love whichever, doesn't matter which one plays the role, that conflict is TMJ. Masseter muscle, which is in there, is the strongest muscle in the body. And that's what starts clinching. So what happens now that you have harmony through your childhood because you've reimagined it?
It's relaxing and tingling.
Say it again.
It's relaxing and
Who's
tingling.
the it?
I'm sorry?
Who's the it? Now notice she said, I am sorry. So hold on. She's giving code, so I'm going to give it to you. So now how about I forgive my sorrow
I forgive my sorrow
of my childhood
of my childhood.
and I recreate my joy.
And I recreate my joy.
Now it's emotional, yes or no?
Very.
And are you touching and running or touching and staying?
I'm touching and staying, but I'm going to cry.
Got everyone voted victory. And the crying, first of all, it takes courage to do it. Second of all, let it happen because that's your 3-year-old like child within 800-pound gorilla subconscious self getting you back online. You're coming back home. And your mother, are they both alive today, mom and dad? They're both gone? So what is your mother saying to you? Quote her wherever she is in all creation.
She always said, my Jesus.
No, quote her,
confidence.
quote her, quote her.
My Jesus, my confidence. Lisa, when you feel alone, just say, my Jesus, my confidence.
And what's your dad saying to you?
You're
Quote him.
stupid.
What's that, honey?
You're stupid.
No,
Lisa.
from his heart of hearts, what's he saying?
That's what he always said.
I didn't ask you what he said. I'm asking what is his heart saying? See, if you still see his personality, you will outpicture and any reaction, you're going to be him.
Okay.
So you can forgive him. What's his heart saying to you from heaven?
I don't know if he's in heaven.
There, oh, let's just say there's only heaven. Let's just take that. Let's say
Okay.
God redeems everybody. Let's just assume that.
Okay. He
What's
is
it?
saying, Lisa, I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me.
Good. Let it in. And if there is a heaven, if he is up there, how much does this help him that you're letting it in?
125%.
Yeah, 100 for complete. How's that? Well said. And now do you get a sense what's happening with your jaw?
Yeah, it's totally like breaking free. It's almost like it's separated from, it's almost like it's not connected in my, if that makes sense.
So is it easier?
I'm sorry?
Is your jaw easier?
Yes.
Before how you was tightening, now you get it? So I easily express what I feel.
I easily express what I feel.
I love expressing what I feel.
I love expressing what I feel.
Say it again.
I love expressing what I feel.
Cool. And voter
I love
victory,
it.
everyone. This is, I mean, that's a small translation of what's happening. So stick with it. And again, I invite you all to realize you can listen to this again to help you get specific with it. We're going to be doing this again. Anyway, vote victory. Lisa, thanks for having the courage to jump on here. And voter victory, when somebody lets the emotion comes, it's actually motion returning. Emotion means against motion in my system. So when we love is the only motion. Everything else is an emotion. So love was actually coming into her form, body, being, etc. So when's our next one of these, Miss Heather?
Our next one of these demos is going to be on Thursday, November 5th, also at 1 p.m. And we will have an evening one on the 8th, Monday, the 8th of November.
And we got a ton of ways for you to study this stuff. And yet, you know, this is me demonstrating it and how it can begin to work. And how many of you are coaches for other people in healthcare or whatever? So the fastest way to know what's going on is having this in your arsenal. And those that begin to, if you just even can learn bio-optic holography, you can look in somebody's eyes and they don't have to dig and scratch. You can see it all and find out what their mission in life is. And the moment they really change it, it changes in their eyes. So to all of you who went as our guinea people, just kidding, but that's what it is. Thank you. And I continually vote your victory. Everyone, please do. Yes. And all of you that voted victory, thank you. And I'm grateful for you voting victory. And remember to keep your transformation happening. Any questions?
Bob, I do choose to share that we have a class coming up on this. Well, it's on your book about the reversals.
It's on the reversals. Yeah. It's not even on my book. It's on reversals.
On reversals, which your book is featuring in an amazing way. And that's going to start on November the 11th. And so we'll include a link in the video that's on the Facebook Live. And then you can also reach out to support@masterysystems.com for both how you can join that class, how you could get facilitated. If you desire a one-on-one coaching session with a certified coach, you can do that too. And join us on these demos. They're highly, highly valuable and beneficial, even if you just watch, because it's not only one of us here, as Bob says.
Yeah. There's one, JUAN, one of us. No, just kidding. Awesome. Any other questions, comments? Yes, Charles.
You have two books on sale, Sacred Body Language. What's the other book about?
In conscious language?
No, Sacred Body Language.
So you have a new book coming out, Bob.
That's this one will be turned up into it, but this is like the one coming. At some point, I'll do a little overview so you can see what it is. But it's basically the entire anatomy and the question about the issue and then the reversal. It's also a whole bunch of symptoms, the question about it, like, is this happening? And then the reversal, and a lot more than that. I've been at it for a while here now. So it's like, I believe disease is over. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
I believe the illusion of disease is over for anybody that just jumps in and you know, some things I even took them out of the book because the name of the whatever is so far down scale that it's like, let's just go back to that body part and say, like heart. I love with all my 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 heart. I heart my love, whatever it is. And all of a sudden, boom. So we don't have to design how disease specific separate it is into valves and all that. And we're not going to, this is not modality specific. That's what I love about it. In the past, when I first started, I was modality specific. This is wrong. This is right. This is wrong. This is right. I'm not doing that. I know that God can work through anything, and let's do the best we can. Let's get the best food, nutrition, life force, essential oils, enzymes, electrolytes, all that stuff. Let's get it all. And let's get healthy environment. Let's get, in other words, nutrition and language is even more important than what we feed ourselves in food. Emoto's work, go study that. You know, the most toxic water on the planet, water. I love you. I bless you. I thank you. Frozen crystal before, ugly. Frozen crystal afterward, beautiful mandala. Just by saying, water, I love you. I bless you. I thank you. Cool. So each of you, I love you, I bless you, I thank you. How's that? And do that for yourself, yes or no? You can add some to me and all of us. Awesome. So thank you all. I vote your victory,
Thank you, Bob.
and we'll do it again.